Hello and welcome back to It's Histocracy with me, Waffy and Paul.
Today we'll be looking at substitutions for money that have been used in history.
So let's begin.
So the first substitution for money was cattle. It was during the period of 9000 to 6000 BC. So cattle, which throughout history and across the globe, have included not only cows but also sheep, camels and other livestock, and are the oldest form of money. With the advent of agriculture also came the use of grain and other vegetable or plant products as a standard form of barter in many cultures. And they still are today in certain parts of Africa, in certain parts of African commodities.
So the next one is the nose. So it was used between 800 to 900 AD. So the phrase "to pay through the nose," which you may know, to mean that you have too much money, generally comes from Danes in Ireland who slit the noses of those who did not pay the Danish poll tax, which was to pay an ounce of gold. So literally cut your nose off. This saying supposedly originated from the people not being able to pay the taxes, and so the punishment was built up from this idea, and so was the saying.
The next one is leather money. Leather money was used in 118 BC and a little bit onwards as well. Leather money actually started in China in the form of 1 foot square pieces of white deerskin with colorful borders. This could be considered the first documented type of banknote. It's much bigger than the paper notes we have today. It's believed to be the beginning of a kind of paper money. Most documentation of leather money comes from Europe, where it was used as currency out of necessity. For example, in 1122, Doge Domenico Michael of Venice used pieces of leather stamped with a royal seal to pay his fleet when he exhausted his expenses, and he took them back when the fleet reached Venice.
So the next one is potlatch or potlatch. It was during the period of 1500s. So potlatch comes from a Chinook Indian custom that existed in many North American Indian cultures. In some instances, potlatch was a form of initiation into secret tribal societies. Because the exchange of gifts was so important in establishing a leader's social rank, potlatch often spiraled out of control as the gifts became progressively more lavish. Tribes put on larger and grander feasts and celebrations in an attempt to outdo each other. This could be seen as a competition between tribes. Potlatch also involves giving away or destroying wealth or valuable items in order to demonstrate a leader's wealth and power.
Another one is cowrie shells, which started from using in 1200 BC. So the first use of cowries was in China, and the cowries are from shells of mollusk, which were widely available in the shallow waters of the Pacific and Indian Ocean. Historically, many societies have used cowries as money, and even as recently as the middle of this century, well, meaning 1950s around then, cowries have still been used in some parts of Africa. Cowrie is the most widely and longest used currency in history, and it was an important part of the trade networks of Africa, South Asia, and East Asia.
The next is our bonus. It was used in 1535 and it's called wampum. The earliest known use of wampum, which are strings of beads made from clamshells, was by North American Indians in 1535. It was a very native currency. Most likely this monetary medium existed well before this date. And the Indian word wampum means white, which was the color of the beads. Well, that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and don't try to pay for your shopping with these alternatives, though.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.